Today we're checking out the Mammoth HD Steering Kit designed to fit the 1997 to 2006 Jeep Wrangler TJ. Now if you're looking to upgrade your steering system for better durability, control, and off-road performance, then this kit is going to be a solid option. It's going to be perfect for Jeep owners running larger tires, frequently hitting those trails, or just wanting a stronger, more reliable setup than those factory components. Now this steering kit is built for heavy-duty performance, providing increased strength and stability over those stock steering components. Designed to handle larger, more aggressive tire setups, this kit reduces bump steer and steering play, improving handling both on and off the road. The beefed up tie rod and drag link ensure maximum strength and durability, helping prevent bending or braking under extreme conditions. The kit also features greasable joints, which allow for easy maintenance and extending that lifespan. Whether you're tackling rocky terrain or just want better responsiveness on the road, this steering kit is designed to keep you in control. Mammoth is going to construct this steering kit using high-strength steel tubing, providing exceptional durability and being able to withstand that off-road abuse. The components are finished in a corrosion-resistant coating, protecting them from dust, dirt, and that debris. The heavy-duty tie rod ends and ball joints ensure a secure connection while maintaining smooth steering operation. Now this is going to be designed as a direct bolt-on upgrade, and the kit seamlessly integrates with your Jeep suspension and steering geometry. Now as far as pricing goes on this, it's coming in right around that mid-200s price range, which is a solid price point for a steering kit that can improve steering and your handling performance. Installation on this is going to be straightforward, so we're rating this a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can have this installed in about 2 hours of your time. The kit is designed for that direct bolt-on installation, replacing your factory tie rod and drag link with minimal modifications required. A basic socket set, torque wrench, and some alignment after the install are going to be recommended to ensure proper steering performance. Now, let's head on out to the shop and we can walk you through that install process.
For this install, you need a 3/8 impact, a 19 14mm socket, a 19mm wrench, hammer, hanging tool, needle nose pliers, and a tape measure. All right, today we're going to be installing a steering kit on our Wrangler, so let's get started. So we're going to start in the middle here. We're going to take off our steering stabilizer. So we're going to grab our impact 19mm socket and take this nut and washer off. And we should be able to just lift that off and let that rest on the side there. All right, next we're going to go up to the top up here. We're going to take our cotter pin off for this castle nut. Now the rest of them are castle nuts that have cotter pins through them all. So just get our needle nose pliers and pull these out. Since this is a little tight up here, we're going to grab our 19mm ratcheting wrench and take this off. Take that off. Grab our hammer, tap right here, just to break that free. All right, now we're gonna disconnect our other 2 castle nuts over here and here. You really can leave this one on here. You can take it off together, but we're just gonna take it off separately. Bend our cotter pins back. Get that one off. Get the one off of our knuckle over here. Grab our impact and 19mm socket and take those 2 nuts off. Now I do have this supported in the middle, but once you take all this off, it is going to hang down. Grab our hanger here, just support that a little bit better so we can go into the other side and separate the other one. All right, now on the driver's side, we have our last castle nut with our last cotter pin. Get all that off. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, smack on our knuckle here, and then we can remove the whole thing together. All right, now we can remove the whole thing together. All right, now we're gonna start with our passenger side rod that's gonna go on our knuckle. You'll see it says right on the bottom of the ball joint. So we're gonna get that up in our knuckle first, thread on one of our castle nuts, and then up into our steering arm. Like I said, we're just get this all loosely installed for right now. One thing I do want to mention, I did go off camera and I just took a tape measure, measured the factory one for both of these rods because they are adjustable, and took them to about the same length as the ones that came off. just helps get a little bit closer. You are gonna need an alignment after this, but it gets you a little bit closer so the steering's not gonna be crazy off. All right, we'll get our steering stabilizer, get that lined up and in there, thread on our flat washer and nut, and now we can go ahead and get our other steering rod on. All right, now we're gonna get our other rod in there. As you can see, I popped our ball joint out of our knuckle just to get this one in behind there. Since it's a little bit thicker, it's just a little bit harder to get that angle. We'll get that in there. Grab another one of our castle nuts, get everything lined up. Get our castle nuts threaded on, and we go ahead and tighten all this down. So we're gonna start on the passenger side. We're gonna tighten up these 2 castle nuts. Make sure the slots are lined up for the cotter pins. Get our new cotter pins and install them. Grab your needle nose pliers, you can bend those back. All right, we're going to continue working our way across. So we have our steering stabilizer, it's just a 19mm nut. We're gonna switch over to our 14mm socket, and we're just gonna tighten down our adjusters here. Just gonna lock the adjustment in place. Switch over to our 19mm ratcheting wrench, tighten down our castle nut on the steering. Again, just make sure that hole is lined up for the cotter pin, and install our new one. Bend those back. Switch back to our impact and 14mm socket and tighten our last 2 adjuster clamps. Switch to our 19mm socket and tighten our last castle nut here. And then install our last cotter pin. And that wraps up our install of our Mammoth HD Steering Kit for our 97 to 2006 Jeep Wrangler TJ. And remember, for everything Wrangler, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.